I'm sorry it's taken me so long to reach out to you. I miss you all so much.
Céline Dion's new documentary just came out, and she revealed a lot of secrets that gave us fans some insight into her life, so let's talk about them. Starting off, we have struggling for years. Céline Dion first had issues with her muscles spasming 17 years ago. She noticed her voice was higher and that it cracked more than it usually did the day after a show. In the film, she points out that usually a singer's voice is half step higher after heavy use, but her spasms were affecting how long she could warm up before singing for several hours, a critical part of vocal health. Now, her diagnosis developed into SPS, also known as stiff person syndrome. Now, a year before the documentary began filming, she very suddenly could no longer walk. As of filming, she could still not sing due to the way the disorder called muscle rigidity and spasms, further affecting her vocal cords. Now, only 1 out of every 1 million people develop this condition, and unfortunately, there is no known cure. Now, she did surprise everyone at the 2024 Grammys as she made a surprise appearance to present one of the most important awards, the Album of the Year award. Now, it was also revealed at that time that she had a documentary coming out. Then there's her lying to fans. It's clear throughout the documentary how seriously Céline takes her job as a touring performer. She breaks down in tears while discussing the show she cancelled while privately battling SPS. At the time of the cancellations, she had not yet publicly revealed her diagnosis and instead told people she had sinus or ear infections. Now, the star notes that when she was struggling on stage, she would point her microphone at the crowd to sing for her. The lie is too heavy now, she says. Now, one of the ways Céline tried to treat her illness was by taking Valium, but she admitted its effects would wear off between the time she took it backstage and when she walked on stage. I needed medication to function, 1 more pill, 2 more pills, 5 more pills, too many pills, she revealed. Now, at one point her dosage rose up to 90 milligrams, a fatal amount. I don't want to sound dramatic, she added, but I could have died. Now, she did all of that just to try to perform and keep fans happy. Moving on to her identity crisis. A heartbreaking moment in the documentary is when Céline admits that she doesn't know who she is and that she's having an identity crisis. Who is Céline Dion? The star tearfully asks herself in the documentary. Céline Dion is the one who sang. Now, since having to stop singing live, she has been struggling to separate who she is now from who she had been since a child, which is a world-renowned performer. Now, she recalls experiences in recording studios over the years when her vocal cords would start to give up on her, horrified that she couldn't give the people in the studio the Céline Dion they expected to show up. My voice was the conductor of my life, she explains. And then after not being able to perform anymore, another piece was taken away from her. I truly can't understand the loss of identity that would be, and it's such a heartbreaking moment. Next is that she has seizures. In the doc, it actually shows a clip of her having a seizure, which is just terrifying. In the footage, she suffers a 10-minute seizure where she is seen gasping for breath as medical professionals desperately attempt to alleviate her painful muscle spasms. Now, the singer looks on helplessly as doctors gently lay her in a comfortable position and check her vitals. In distress, she is given a medicinal nasal spray commonly used to treat the effects of cluster seizures in sufferers of SPS. All the while, her bare feet remained rigid as she battled the debilitating effects of the rare condition. Now, after receiving assistance, the singer is finally able to sit upright and covers herself in a blanket before admitting her embarrassment at losing control of her body in front of the cameras. She tells the camera, every time something like this happens, it makes you feel so embarrassed, and so, I don't know how to express it, it's just, to not have control of yourself. Now, that is just so sad. And finally, we have returning to the stage. Now, since the making of the documentary, it had been 2 years since Céline last performed, and she was still not sure when or how she'd be able to return to the stage again without a lot of effort. Now, throughout the film, she is seen stretching and warming up her vocal cords, all in an effort to return to the stage in the future. Now, intercut with various clips of her performing in the past, it's clear that Céline has to relearn how to move and sing, but has made great progress in the past few years. Now, cameras followed her into a studio space as she recorded Love Again from the 2023 rom-com of the same name, which she starred in. I want to be able to sing with joy without thinking, she said after a few frustrating takes. Now, they also showed her recording French dubs for the film Love Again and her appearance in a documentary on John Fareham. Plus, she's still exercising her vocal cords with the hope that one day she can sing live for her fans again. She said, "I still see myself dance and sing. I always find a plan B and plan C, you know, that's me. If I can't run, I'll walk. If I can't walk, I'll crawl, but I won't stop, I won't stop." Well, that's all for our list of the 5 dark secrets from Céline Dion's new documentary. We're all rooting for her to get better and that she'll be able to take the stage to perform again.